The second of 3 games here on this Sunday. We continue with Super Wild Card Weekend here on EA Sports.
Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Ready, set. Set. Ready. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Hunt.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 70 Lions. Set, go.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41. Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it off him, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Half the 60, half the 60. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Bulldozes past him.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
41 yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
70 Timberwolves.
Robinson.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Robinson again. And once again, he's going to be pushed backwards. This time back to the 3.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Luke Musgrave
from 3 yards out.
And the Packers will strike first here, this wild card matchup.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 15. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. Here we go. Sit high. Extend. Sit high.
Here's Fields.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Extend. Here we go. Go.
They'll run on 1st down.
Little. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25.
On the double. Ready. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Michaels. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Bijan Robinson
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They'll try the left side. It's Little, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Oh, hurry up.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Little. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that.
Don't jump. Ready? Tonight.
Back to throw. Fields
rolling to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Here we go. Tonight.
They'll try the left side. It's Little, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Tonight.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man complete. That's Little. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here we go.
On third down,
Wooten. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Easy. You got a mini base. Why not? Sit high.
Now Fields.
he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, it's going to be this cold. I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Go.
Now it's Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback.
Here we go.
They were getting after him. And they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Right.
They snap it to Fields. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Trap 60. Check out.
Throwing to start the drive. Michaels. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Michaels. Eluding the pressure right. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Back to throw. Michaels. And this is caught inside the 5. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. 38 yards.
And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. 21-0 our score after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2.
Here we go. Tonight.
Fields now to throw.
Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's Fields.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Little. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Oh, that was the thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He wants it all for the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Let's go.
Off play action. Michaels. Flushed out right.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Looking to throw. Michaels.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Set up. Go.
Off the play fake. Michaels. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Corner blitz got home there. Pat Surtain, the one that dropped him.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Michaels. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Hey, smash Bravo.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Here we go. Here we go. Go, Chap. Go, Chap. Check, go.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
On the ball now. 70 Lion. 19 Tiger. 19.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Luke Musgrave with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead.
A try here for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
To throw is Fields.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
EQ.
Fields.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Little, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Hey, 550. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Fields. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
Let's go now.
Throwing to start the drive. Michaels is going to go for a big play downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early.
Here we go.
That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
It looks like a jumbo set with three tight ends here for first and goal.
Here we go, side. Go.
Back to throw. Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly.
Here we go.
A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears get a bit closer.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He finds his target. It's Matthews. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Looking to throw. Michaels. Oh, he stays up. Escaping the pressure right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Dragon 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 4th down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. And his kick here is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Hey,
and with a three-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Hey, Ken. Here we go. We're good. Tonight.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Eluding the pressure right.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Don't jump. Ready?
From the gun, here's Fields.
Flush to his right.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. Angel. Go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, they were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And this is caught.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. A final shot before break. Michaels. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Fields. And that is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go, Scott.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go. That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Michaels.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On 4th down, Michaels escaping the pressure right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Hurry up.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
You got a mini base. Why not?
Looking to throw. Fields.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll try the left side. It's Little, and he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
They're going to go. It's Fields.
And now here is another interception.
And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the 2nd one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air is going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Touchdown, Packers! 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Packers have opened the lead up to 30.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed.
And my goodness, another interception. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
On third down, Robinson.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Matt LaFleur, some confidence in his offense. His guys going here on fourth down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears will get the football back.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 13. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And now here is another interception.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
86 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round. Robinson will try to pick it up.
Pushes him over. Gets through, and now an opening. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
18, Pioneer. 79 Bronco. Hut, hut.
Back to throw. Michaels. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that first down run.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Let's go. Ready.
Looking to throw. Michaels. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
That is caught.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up.
Set up. Go.
Back to throw. Michaels. Flush to his right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Touchdown!
Bijan Robinson.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Packers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Extra point up and through. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Don't jump. Ready?
They'll try the left side. Little. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Little.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game, and a first down as well.
EQ! Here we go. Hey, 551, 551. Is that all right?
Back to throw, Fields.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 20.
Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike.
Going for the deep ball.
And that is going to wind up incomplete, so they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go, son. All right.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
He's going to try and go deep again. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Koo able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Hiking 18.
Looking to throw. Michaels. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Here we go. Set.
Now it's Fields.
Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Here we go, set. Tonight.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Bears take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Ready up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Set. Hut, hut.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On now is the Packers punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. 61 yards.
And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit.
Here we go, son.
Fields trying to throw for it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Finding room at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Mustang 19. Ready.
Back to throw. Michaels. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Fourth down and no hesitation from Matt LaFleur as he sends out the field goal unit. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, this game has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Go.
Fields now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Let's go. Ready, ready?
Robinson up the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Ready, set.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Ready.
Robinson with another carry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Space. Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check go.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air, eluding the pressure right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Bijan Robinson.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Packers are able to widen their advantage.
Well, he had the rushing touchdown earlier. Now he has one of the receiving variety.
Not a bad way to go, right? That's showing versatility. That's also showing balance. I think he'd like to add to either total as this game moves on.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Their front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
All right.
Here's Fields.
And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
11. Tonight.
Here's Fields.
And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for
Here we
it.
go. Tonight.
They snap it to Fields.
That's to his running back, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
11.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
To the air again, Fields.
And now here's another interception.
And the Packers force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
70 Lions!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Throw caught by Musgrave.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Michaels. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Three receivers head out right, one to the left on 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Here we go. Extend. All right.
And one last throw here for Fields.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. They said beginning of the season they